Now, here's the thing. It's a thing that they all do. Like we have, like when
I
I
didn't say
was
they didn't.
uh, putting the like, it's a I don't know, but you know what? This isn't really a thing that we're used to. So maybe they always have, you know? Because when I was getting the electricity put in my name for my apartment, they're like, "Yeah, we got to run a credit check," and I was like, "Uh oh."
Spadudios.
But I passed.
So I say all of that, and she goes, "Well, the reason we have to run a credit check," and I was like, "I don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't have an op." Like I told her straight up, I was like, "Oh, I don't actually care. It's like it's completely irrelevant. I don't have a choice, so it doesn't matter why you have to run the credit check. like, like that's completely irrelevant to me. Like, I don't care." And like these little Indian people, like are dead ass like doing their best. Like when I tell you, like they like, oh my gosh, I was relatively chill with this lady, relatively, but I definitely got to the point where I was talking like that. Oh, that's actually the name of the movie, the American Society of Magical Negroes. That's a okay, cool.
Yes, yes. I'd be real disappointed in it.
As Bar None said, we just called ours Harry Potter.
Yeah. Well, it's not really Harry Potter, and that's why a lot of black people are upset because we thought we're getting our own Harry Potter, but it's not.
I don't think people remembered that. Like, first off, Harry Potter was written by an English woman for children.
Yeah, that doesn't matter in this day and age, and you know that.
Because everyone's a child.
Yeah, I literally signed up a person for the program today who was born in '83, meaning he is 40 years old, and his reason for not having money was that he spent a lot of money on his toys. That's literally what he said.
Was it me? Did I call you? Did I call you? Back to the lecture at hand. Um, so we get through what the lady
Wait,
refers
wait,
to.
wait. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, it must be the kitchen.
yeah,
I
probably.
think it's just the kitchen.
Did you have the microwave on?
No.
Okay, because my microwave fucks up my headphone connection. Shout out to John Cena. He ain't do nothing, but like, shout out to John Cena. So we get through what this lady refers to as two of the three steps to um combine the like to like transfer the thing over. And mind you, at this point, I've been told two or three times you cannot merge the two bills anymore. That's not an option that they offer. And when she told me that, I said, "Now I'm gonna go here and look this up. And if Google tells me I can do this, I'm gonna be upset with you, lady." Google did tell me I could do that, by the way. As of January 2024, AT&T was still offering the bundle. Irrelevant, but
Was there a price difference? Were
no.
they trying to G? Were they trying to screen?
You almost said that, didn't you? You almost said the loud part, the silent part out loud. I ain't cutting nothing out. You heard what you heard. This is unedited. Like I'm me eating, him cooking. It's all raw, baby. This is a conversation between friends, and you're just here for the ride. So we get through two out of the three steps. My mom is like clear like has verified like yeah we want to do this. Like I didn't talk a lot of shit. She then tells me, with impunity, I cannot complete the request. And I'm like, why? She's like, the reason is because you have to combine the accounts to do this. It was at this point I just walked out in traffic and just laid down in the street, just waiting to die. Because anything would be better than being on the phone with AT&T at this point. But then she tells me, like, yeah, you have to combine the bills for us to complete this transaction. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, I was like, so I got to do the thing you said I couldn't do. All right. So she says, I'm going to...
Sir, I don't see how you are having a problem understanding.
I wanted one of these people to get to snap back at me so badly. I really did. I was waiting on it. Because at this point, I was performing. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was performing. I was mad.
You
were
that man that had me hot the other day.
Probably? No, not really. Because I wasn't mad at them. And I kind of like...
No, that's what he kept telling me. He was like, I know it's not you. You can't do this. But all I want to know is, well, bro, if you know I can't, why do you... Never mind. Go on.
I wasn't asking questions. That was the thing. I wasn't asking them shit. I was very confused as to why can't I combine the bills? It's your fucking company. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And so, okay.
Sir, I just work here.
I was like, I just, and here is at home in Calcutta.
This is my after school job.
Like, I am just
I
trying
have to be back at 4th grade tomorrow.
Hold on. Oh, my bad. Wow, 35 minutes without a serious cough. That's pretty good. So she's like, I'm gonna reconnect you with DirecTV now. And I'm like, okay. And the DirecTV lady is like, okay, so what's going on? And mind you, that's not what she said. It ain't. But she's like, what's the deal? And I'm like, I'm in the process. Okay, so at this point I was already lit. So I was like, look, I am in the process of doing this thing. I've done 2 of the 3 steps already. The 3rd step requires you to combine my accounts so that I can finish it. Just do that so I can get off the phone. To which she says, we can't combine the bills. That's not a service that we offer anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is happening? And at this point I was like, is this a bit? Are y'all just ping-ponging me back and forth? Because I got time. I can do this all day. It's like, if you think I'm going to quit and no. I'm here for it. Is that what we're doing? Because we can do this. I had lost it. I was at that point, I wasn't mad. I was aware. I was aware that companies don't give a fuck about you as the customer. I was aware that these Indians work telephone jobs for people who can't fucking understand them. I was aware, and I wanted them to know I was aware, and I didn't have the fucks to give. Just didn't. I was on one. At this point, I have been on the phone with AT&T for an hour. An actual, real life, 60 plus minutes. DirecTV lady tells me I'm gonna have to redirect you to AT&T because they can't do shit for me. DirecTV just can't do. So in the process of them transferring me back to AT&T, the motherfucking phone disconnects. And when I say disconnects, I swear somebody hung up on me. And I was like, oh, y'all think that's gonna stop me? Oh hell, no. I called them right the fuck back. And I am in rare form now. Like, I am like that middle transformation of Cell, where he's ugly with the big lips.
Mm-hmm.
I am like I'm second form Cell, and I am fucking I'm full of myself. I'm tired. My back hurts. I want to go lay down and take a fucking nap, and I can't because AT&T. So I finally get the people on the phone. Mind you, again, I call automated. I was like, and I just start cussing. I'm talking about I went in. Like, I'm talking about I was Cartman when he did the fucking South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. It's the scene where Cartman does the cuss Kamehameha, effectively. I just did that, and they was like, let's get you to a representative. Like, you fucking right.
That sounds interesting.
So eventually, I get a guy on the phone. And, like, the wildest part was, like, the last lady I spoke to, she was having a real hard time hearing me. And she kept saying, like I need you to get somewhere where, like, your phone connection is stronger. Because, like, I'm having a hard time hearing you. And, like, as, like, the calls went on, like, it sounded like they got further and further away. It was harder to hear them. And I, at one point, said, like, she's like, yeah, I'm just having a hard time hearing you. And I was like, if you were closer, that probably wouldn't be a fucking problem. That's not how phones work, by the way. But I didn't care at the moment. At the time, I didn't give a fuck.
You let all the read through that 70-year-old white man out.
No. I was all the way a 35-year-old black man. Like, that's who I was in that moment. I was not channeling anything. I was a 35-year-old black dude who saw a problem that AT&T could solve exclusively. No one else could solve it, and they were actively making it difficult for me to solve. That's what that was. No questions asked. So I finally get a guy on the phone, and finally, like, the audio is a lot clearer. He sounds like he's in the country. Oh my God! Before the call disconnected, my mom was like, "Hey, are you talking to? Are they Indian or something?" I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Ask for an American." And if you think
all the rage of that 75-year-old black woman,
and if you think for a second, I did not tell that lady to connect me to an American, you fucked up. You got the game fucked up. I told that lady, look, normally I'm cool with, like, the whole like customer service overseas shit, but yo, give me somebody who can speak English. I didn't have a fuck to give. I didn't. My fuck pockets were empty. Inside out, flapping in the breeze. No fucks. They were gone. When that lady said, oh, we can't complete this because the things aren't, like, connected. And we, like, because they aren't connected. So, just so y'all, just as a recollection here. My accounts have been separated. DirecTV and AT&T are separated. This happened in December. I have been told today you cannot reconnect the accounts. That is not how it works anymore. I have then been told that the accounts are connected and they need to be separated. And then I have been told after that, sorry, we can't connect the accounts. And then at some point I told them, like connect me to, like, somebody in America. And she said that's not an option. So AT&T, fuck you. I'm gonna say that again before it's over with. So I get on the phone with this dude, and I'm like, look, here's what's been going on. I've been on the phone for over an hour with AT&T trying to get this thing solved, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And I said, no, you're not. I was like, don't do that. This is real. I'm not putting on. Like, this is not some shit I'm saying for the video. This is not shit I'm saying to your bro because we're in a conversation. I told that dude, do not say that. when the customer is frustrated, don't hit us with the fake sympathy. It only makes things worse. And I could hear the gears in his head turning, trying to be like, okay, I heard what he said. I should probably follow through with that. But his fucking training was so ingrained, he couldn't stop himself from like going into the script. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the part that I'm bad at.
What's that?
the fake customer support sympathy.
Like I was like I told him straight up, just don't do that. Like one, you don't care. Like you don't. Because like you don't. Like there ain't nothing else to say. Like you're not concerned that I'm angry. You probably don't want me to yell at you, but you don't really care that I'm mad. And so I'm on the phone with him for like not that long. This is not the end, by the way. I'm just saying that like the phone call with this dude doesn't go on that long. Hold on. I can tell y'all exactly how long I was on the phone. Give me just a couple of seconds. Call history. So, the first call, an hour and 12 minutes and 24 seconds. Started at 3:26 p.m. The second call was only 22 minutes and 52 seconds. So I tell the dude, look, here's what's going on. Like, just get it done. Like, just fix it. Like, it's an AT&T situation. Do not send me back to DirecTV. They cannot help me. It's an AT&T problem. You're the AT&T side. Fix it. So he looks at the account, and he's like, I think I see what's wrong. I need to speak to my supervisor. All he did was put me on pause and then go like make some like cup of noodles. That's what I'm assuming he did. Because he was at home. Because the lady who I was on the phone with for the longest, I promise y'all, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my nuts, that lady was not in a fucking like warehouse or anything. She wasn't at like a call center. She was.
Oh yeah, you said something like people were watching
like,
TV.
Yeah, she was at the house with people watching TV in the background. She was at the Krilla. I'm telling you. So the dude.
Somebody thought I was in a call center once. She was having trouble with her app, and she was like, "I can hear people laughing back there," and I was just like,
"No, you can't."
Oh.
Was she upset about it? Like, was
problem was that I was all laughing at her.
Oh.
And she was just like, "Don't do it."
You were laughing at her, and she heard you laughing at her. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, yes. And then
you're back in the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen.
There were other people laughing.
Oh. No. I got that part. But, like, were you the only one laughing?
Yes.
And she heard you?
No, she heard multiple people, apparently.
I was asking him for, like, what actually happened, and he keeps giving me the theoreticals. She heard you laugh at her. Is what happened.
Yeah, nothing happened because I work in a room of silence.
Yeah, we got that. I am trying to clarify what actually happened in reality. You laughed at her and she heard you.
Well, yes, because I had been laughing at her for the entire call.
No, that's it. That was it. That was just a yes or no thing because I wanted to clarify the thing you said because I couldn't hear you. Like, I just wanted to, like, okay, so that was it. Like, you were laughing at her. First off, that's fucked up. Like, I don't blame you, but it's fucked up. Like, you couldn't even, you couldn't even mute, like, you couldn't mute yourself?
Oh, no, I laugh openly at these people.
You ain't gonna fuck around and get that bonus.
At this point, I don't even know if I care.
Yeah, you do. I need you to care.
They keep moving the goalposts. You can't keep moving the goalposts.
Everybody has a different goalpost. That's what they don't tell you. So I'm on the phone with the dude. I tell him what's up. He's like, let me talk to my supervisor. And then he decides, he comes back, and he's like, so yeah, we see what the problem is. He's like, the problem is your accounts are connected. And I was like, no, they're not. Nope, they are not. And he's like, yeah. I was like, no. I called back in December and had them separated. I have been told by several people today, not only are they separated, but they can't be connected. So if they're connected, so they can't be connected, because that's not a service you offer. Like, off top. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? And so he was like, effectively, it doesn't matter, because what's going on is like, nah, they are indeed, like, the system, there's a glitch in the system that's showing the accounts as separated. And I was like, well, then unseparate them. You're AT&T. It's your system. Hit a button that disconnects it. It's you. There is no, oh, well, that's the thing. He's like, oh, well, we can't. Why can't you? What the fuck is happening here? And it was at this point I launched into, yo, it gets weird. So he's just straight up telling me there's nothing that can be done, and the only thing that's left to do is to go ahead and like wait one more billing cycle. Because he was like, yeah, you have to wait 3 billing cycles. I was like, I did. It's been 3 months. And just to clarify, it's been 3 billing cycles. January, February, March. That's 3 individual billing cycles. That is 3 new bills that we've been charged since I originally started this process. And so I was like this is this is fucked up. Like, is what you're doing. I was like, I don't know if it's a scam, but like the majority of people who have these services are older people, and you're basically putting them at in a situation where they can't. What you make it so difficult that they choose to not get their discounts. They choose to not get the thing that they are like they're supposed to have. You're doing it.
Cool.
Like, that's what this is. Like, the idea that I have to wait 3 months after telling you that I qualify for cheaper internet. And I was like with AT&T, I let him know AT&T internet was shitty. I fucking told him with this fucking 7 megabyte ass internet, like, the fact that y'all are charging me $60 fucking for this shit is a crime in and of itself. I was going in.
What's your actual speed?
I wasn't joking. It's like 5 megabytes. Like 7 was me being generous. It's like 3 up, 5 down.
No, that's a rip off.
$60.
I'm getting charged 90. And I literally have the speed underneath fiber, like 50. It's still very much crap. But that's a ripoff.
I considered just going with Mediacom, because Mediacom offers like faster internet. Like, but then again, so did fucking HughesNet. And goddamn.
Ooh, don't mention them. They outside your window now.
And the thing with like AT&T is, since it's through the phone lines, when the weather gets bad, it doesn't really go out. But with fucking Mediacom, since it's through cable, like if the weather gets shitty, it goes out. And the same thing went for HughesNet, because it was satellite internet. As soon as it got cloudy outside, it was a wrap. I would also like to say that, like, there is a phone call that I recorded with the people from HughesNet, where when I disconnected my services, where they charged me to disconnect my service. They was like, oh yeah, it's gonna cost you $200 for the early termination fee. And the wild part about that is, like, they're only charging you that extra money because, like, they're gonna fuck you. That's the plan. They're fucking you. You are not. It's not optional. you're taking the dick. Like, and you're taking it hard and fast. Like, unprotected, dry. So, like, if you're like, well, I want to leave, it's like, well, we ain't gonna come out of this empty-handed. You're gonna give us something, goddammit. That's what it is. So, like, that phone call is still saved somewhere. I just haven't turned it into a video. But I intend to at some point. Oh, I that was years ago. So I'm telling this man, like, yeah, like.
Wait a second. You're about to get an email from HughesNet saying, we want you back.
I can't stress to you enough. I've gotten multiple, like, because they, like, advertise in this area, like, we've gotten several, like, mailers from HughesNet, like, offering, like, oh, we have, like, cheap internet. Like, no, you don't. Your internet's not fucking cheap. Like, just so y'all know, like, HughesNet satellite internet, they offer, like gig speeds. Nah, not even kind of a little bit. Like, it was on par with AT&T. Like, and like when it was all said and done, and it was just so you understand how like emotionally taxing that experience was, I checked the speeds before the guy left. I checked it while the dude was in the room looking at the TV. And them speeds was shit. Like he saw the lie. Like out of the gate, like he saw the lie before he left. And he really couldn't do shit about it. And
because again, I just work here, man.
Yeah, like I'm just, man, I look, dude. So just so you're aware, if you're watching this, if you ever fuck with HughesNet, they charge you to send to cancel your order. They charge you to cancel it. And then they were like, yeah, you're gonna have to send back the receiver of the satellite dish. The thing in the middle of the satellite dish, you gotta send that back. And yeah, it was on my fucking house. And when I tell you, the people on the phone were like, yeah, we don't care. Like, we don't care how you get it down. That's not our problem. Like we can send somebody out to get it down, but it's gonna cost you. And I ended up on the phone with I think a debt collector or whatever the fuck. And when I tell you he didn't give a fuck, I don't mean like I'm on the phone with AT&T and I don't give a fuck. This dude was like, not only do I not give a fuck, my dick's gonna get wet no matter what you do. I don't give a fuck about you or this company. And he was like, fine, don't do it. That's up to you. He was not like concerned about the customer whatsoever. I got this shit, I got this shit recorded. So I'm letting this dude know. I was like, first off, like anybody who has a home phone or has a line of cable is most likely an older person. You are actively making all of this shit way more difficult than need be, and it's only attacking the elderly. Like for the most part, it's like, what else could this be? And I was like, and I know, like I told you, like I told that dude straight up, this company doesn't care about either of us. Like I realize that you are not AT&T. Like AT&T is like a multi-million-dollar company that could buy and sell you and I both 1,000 times over. They don't care that y'all are on the phone getting yelled at. Like, cause that's what this is. Like that's not like you don't want to be on the phone like getting yelled at. I don't want to be here mad. That's not the desire either of us have. But that's what's happening, and AT&T doesn't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. And you're telling me like I'm winding it down, and I was like, so you're telling me basically, because I told him I talked about I was like, do you know how much DirecTV is? DirecTV is like $200 a month, which is not bad. Like it really ain't. And I was like, and AT&T's internet service is $60 for these shitty speeds. And I was like, and basically, you're telling me to go fuck myself because you can't help. And he's like, no, it's not like that at all. And I was like, well, I was like, how about I just don't pay y'all? Like, what happens then? Like, what happens? Like, what you gonna do? It's like, we're already established y'all don't give lines of credit, so it doesn't matter if I don't pay y'all. They're like, well, you know, you might have hard times. No, you don't give a fuck. You don't. You don't specifically, but AT&T doesn't either. Like, you don't give a shit if we have internet and phone. You don't care. What does it do? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you if an elderly person needs like to call 911 because they slipped and fell? You don't give a shit. Ain't no skin off your nuts.